Welcome back to our home buying series. Today we are talking about two really important pieces of the process, and that is home inspections and appraisals. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned investor, this is an essential step in the home buying process. Buying a home is a significant investment. Ensuring that investment is sound involves conducting thorough inspections and understanding the appraisals. Today, we are going to start with the home inspections. A home inspection is a detailed examination of a property's condition. It will identify any potential issues that may affect the home's safety, livability, and value. It is a snapshot in time of exactly what you're getting at that moment when you are under contract on a home. Comprehensive home inspection covers everything from the foundation of the home all the way up to the roof. It's going to show you things like where's the main water shut off, where's the gas shut off if it's a home that has gas. It also is going to identify structural integrity, electrical and plumbing systems, the air conditioning systems, any potential hazards that might be in the home, including air quality if so desired, and also giving a quick look for pests or termites. And then you can also order additional inspections if you want. Here in Florida, we often have pool inspections as well. They might be done with the same company. They might be done with multiple companies. Once you receive your inspection report back, it is crucial to understand a few things. First tip that I want you to understand and be aware of is these reports are lengthy. There is a lot of information in them. They can be very overwhelming. Before they even start entering in any specific information about the home, they're already 20, 30 pages long. So sometimes you will get a report back that's 50, 60, 70 pages. But don't worry, the sky is not falling. It is best to stay calm and review the report and go through and see what are those specific items. With that being said, here are a few tips to keep in mind when you're reviewing your inspection report. First, they will often have a section about defective items. This is where you're going to see anything major that might come up on that inspection report. Second, it's going to also cover maintenance items. It's going to give you, if they can figure it out, like age and condition of the air conditioner, the water heater, things like that. And these are items that do require ongoing maintenance. Just a note, just because an appliance might be at the end of its lifetime does not mean that it is automatically would be available to be replaced. That is just not how it works. We have sold a home before where someone has taken immaculate, really good care of an air conditioning. The air conditioning was like 18 years old, but it was running in perfect condition because they continued to maintain it in the way that it needs to be maintained. Doesn't always happen that way, but just a little side note. Sometimes when people see that on an inspection report, they expect the homeowner to just automatically replace that appliance. But let me ask you a question. If you have an appliance that is working and in perfect condition in your home, are you going to replace it just because of its age? No, of course not. You're going to wait until something happens to it and then you're going to replace it. With all that being said though, you do want to understand that if it's at the end of the life, you want to know that. It is a factor. Next, obviously, this is really one of the other most important ones. It's any safety concerns that might require immediate attention. Those are of high importance on an inspection report. It is really important when you're going through in the inspection process that you really prioritize the items that are defective and might cause a potential safety hazard. A lot of items will be identified that are considered cosmetic. Our contracts in Florida govern what is required to be repaired if it is on a standard contract. On an as-is, it is a different situation and becomes a negotiable point again, but your agent will be able to walk through that with you on what are the requirements depending on your contract type, on what the seller is required to do and what the buyer can ask or request. Next, we're going to talk about appraisals real quick. So an appraisal is an unbiased third-party estimate of the fair market value of the home you're buying. This is one licensed person opinion of what the value of the home is at that time. This step is typically a requirement if you're getting a loan with a mortgage lender. And if you're paying cash, it might be something that you just choose to do because you just want to understand what is the value of the home and make sure that it is within fair market value and what your contracted price is. The appraisal is going to take into account many factors. Most importantly, it's going to look at what are the closed comps that are similar and like the property and in a similar location. That's number one. They're going to look at the condition condition of the home. They're going to look at the location of the home. All of these factors come in when they are putting together their market value. Sometimes the appraisals come in under the contracted sales price. In fact, in a rising market, the appraisals typically can't keep up. We see the opposite on the reverse side. Sometimes there'll be a contracted price on a home and the home might come in under that value for the home. Again, the sky is not falling. We do know that typically lenders will not approve a loan for more than the appraised value. That does not mean that all is lost. You still have options. This is where working with an experienced realtor and an experienced lender really works in your favor. There are options for you in the event that this happens. So this is when you want to really start that communication channel to see what choices do you have in this situation. I want to share a couple examples of where working with an experienced agent can really help you out in the event that one of these unfolds. Here's an example. An inspection report comes back. It's got several major issues. So we're not talking about cosmetic. We're talking about big issues that have been identified. They might be safety, they might not be, but they've come up on the report. Working with an experienced agent who has been through a lot of transactions, they're going to use this to be able to negotiate with the seller, possibly using repair costs, saving you money on your sales and contracted price. Again, this is going to be determined based on the contract type that you are using in Florida. If you are on a standard contract, it is spelled out in the contract on what is considered a defective item and what items are required within the confines of the contract to be repaired by the seller. We often see as-is contracts here in Florida. So coming back and negotiating after repairs is something we're going to see more frequently with the as-is contract. Again, that is not a contract type that requires anything to be repaired, but it is a point where there might be some opportunity. A second area where an experienced agent will be able to help you is in the event that an appraisal comes in low. So if you're facing a low appraisal, an experienced agent will be able to pull comparable sales data, look at the data that was used to put together the offer that was originally submitted and has come under contract at a sales price. And sometimes those agents are able to successfully challenge the appraisal and ensure the necessary financing. So this is a step that can be done in the event that your appraisal comes in low. They help you protect your investment. Both the inspection and the appraisal are important steps in your home buying process. Make sure you're making a sound decision and let you know exactly what it is that you are purchasing in your new home. Having a skilled, dedicated, full-time experienced agent by your side can make all the difference. We will often tell people when everything goes great, it goes great. But when something gets sticky, when a major item comes up on an inspection, when an appraisal comes in low, you will definitely benefit from having an experienced agent on your side. Stay tuned for our next episode where we are going to dive into closing. We are almost through the whole process of the home buying series. You can always reach us on social media. You can contact us directly at 239-776-6872.